All right, so welcome to the what's it called again? Oh, the Drohammad and the King of Khalifa's, YouTube channel slash show. I'm the King of Khalifa's, of course, and that's my homeboy right there. Over
What's
here,
up,
yeah,
man?
yeah,
Drohammad,
that's
what's happening?
Drohammad. Go ahead, man. What's up?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Nothing, man. Shit, I'm just introducing you and stuff, and about to introduce myself. But what I was gonna say is so. This show is like about it's about Canada, it's about trees. We talk about all things weed, of course, capital C, NorCal from the Sierra to the Bay probably be a good way to put it. But yeah, California culture, and we talk about like grow tips, strain reviews, just like marketing stuff. That'll be a good thing. As far as cannabis marketing and how that's going and evolving, legislation and stuff that's kind of like going into the laws, even just looking at the laws as they are, and just kind of knowing what it is and seeing how that works. Uh, oh, and then of course, Drohammad, that's your specialty, right, man? It's the tree, the cannabis, the growing. I mean, quite a step
Yeah,
I
man.
taught him how to grow, way back in the day and everything, but and me and
Yeah.
my brother and all that, but that's neither here nor there. But anyway,
Hey, it's been a family affair, man, from the beginning. Shit, I was trimming for my grandma when I was 13, 12 years old and shit. You feel me?
right.
This ain't nothing new.
So you got that, and then let's see, and then also like of course I'm gonna have my little thing. Cause so about me, from Sacramento, I've been out here the whole time. My whole life, going to California from like I said, the Bay, Reno, I stayed for a long time. But I'm out here. I'm doing my school thing. I've been, I got felonies for trees. I don't know how that's possible, but I got them. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, so anyway, and I've been, hustling or whatnot, you want to call it, and a long time since the '90s, right? I think I made a song. I did some
It's
music
in
with
Bammer days. You was at
yeah,
Bammer,
I was
man.
doing damage mix and all that kind of thing, called a K
Yeah.
State thing. So, you know, I've been around tree for a long time, growing and all that, but I've also been going to school. So doing my education, I came out here. I'm actually right now situated in Lexington, Kentucky, as you can see by my background. That's not Lexington. Nonetheless, uh, that's where I'm at right now. So my little specialty is gonna be kind of like what I call, the crooked face movies, if you will, right, bro?
Right.
What about you, man? Introduce yourself. Oh yeah, and I'm the king of Khalees, by the way. What I'm saying? Go ahead. Let's talk about you.
Oh yeah, I'm just the weed prophet, man. I'm Drohammad. You know what I mean? Shit. I've been doing this shit for a minute. I started going into the taking the pictures and shit. You know what I mean? I've been breeding all that.
Yeah, yeah.
I do that.
Yeah, he been kind of like trying to put on. I'm proud of him the way he been doing his little tree, growing some spectacularly, and making it look good too with the photos and that stuff that you do. So, you know, we did
Right. I've been really focusing on the marketing a little more lately. Like,
right. That's what I was gonna say. Before I came out here to Kentucky, we had started the Iraq Genetics and the Berry Brothers branding, and we was kind of looking into getting really into the market side of it. Not just the marketing, but the branding and trying to get the not just building our own brand, and just kind of
right.
providing an avenue for people to try to establish their own brand too. Kind of a thing. So
Yeah, I
that's
be
a big
teaching
thing.
a lot of people too, man.
But say that
I be
again. You
trying
gotta
to.
speak up, man. Your speaking whack up.
Oh yeah. I said I've been teaching a lot. I be trying to like teach a lot of people too. You know what I mean? Like I be giving out a lot of game as far as the growing and shit like that, just because I've been doing this for so long.
Right.
So a lot of people come to me for that knowledge and shit. You know what I mean?
Right. That's what I'm saying. So we should have a good show for you. Whether you're a grower, whether you're a distributor, or some type of side of the business aspect of it. We should have some stuff whether it's good input or just saying decent conversation, anything. But that's kind of pretty much what the show is about. Uh, Sheesh. So to that, what I'm saying, I was gonna say, man, you was telling me earlier that they had opened up a new shop or something. Could you just tell me what you were saying?
Yeah, man. Shit, Burner just opened that shop in downtown Sac. I think it's on Fruit Ridge actually. I think it's actually where the this don't get me wrong, but I might be mistaken. But you know where the old club was on Fruit Ridge?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. The one they're already cookie stuff on
Yeah, it was already kind of cookies like they were affiliated hella tough. I think they just made it into the now it's the connected. You know what I mean? They remodeled it.
So they made it official.
You know that. Right.
That's what you think. So we gonna probably have some more better information about that later on and shit. So in the next episode or something, as far as exact location and all that, right?
Yeah, man, I seen the videos of the opening though, man. They had it around the block. The line went all the way around the block.
Right. And then you were saying you see my brother over there fucking Lick, you know what I'm saying? I know him as well and all that, but right, you said you see him over there or what you saw him on Instagram or somewhere you seen that?
Yeah, on Brenner's Instagram. He did a video where he walk out the store and walk around the whole block and shit. Hey, one thing I thought was kind of crazy, man, was when he walking around the block and everybody got their cameras up, and it's just crazy how we in this digital world, man. I ain't trying to get off topic or nothing, but just the way that it was about 95% of people all had their camera up while he had his camera up at them. Like we all got this barrier, this electronic barrier. It's pretty crazy. I know it's pandemic times and shit. I think I still would have reached out to try to shake his hand or something. Like,
wait. You said so like people was like everybody was you know what I'm saying, at the club, but they weren't like talking and conversating more so they were just having their cameras up and just being like.
No, I'm talking about while you walking through the line. Like they all trying to get a pic of him walking through the line while he walking through the line, showing, you know what I mean, showing the line.
So he's showing the line with his camera, and they are doing the same thing.
Right, which is actually hella good marketing for him because he's gonna be tagged on like 400 fucking Instagram feeds and all that shit, you know. Which is kind of.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say you were saying something too, like they had you saw a shirt or something that Cookies was doing, like a Pacramento shirt.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, was it welcome to Pacramento or was this Pacramento?
It said Pacramento. Then he had one that said City of Trees and shit, cooked with the cookies on the other side.
Right.
That shit kind of clean.
I had to ask throw it in there just because we had the welcome to Pacramento video, featuring kids.
Right. But yeah, I seen Lick there at the opening too, man. He was I think he was in a video that they shot. The motherfucker sitting there drinking that.
What the video that who shot?
I think it was shot by Burner. I don't know. It had the whole thing where the drone went up and around the block and shit. It was dope though. They got some good footage of that opening. Like that was their marketing is golden.
Right. So, what I was gonna say is, what about like, I don't know, any other kind of, I guess, stores or something? I think part of the show is gonna be kind of, not just about, plugging on what we store, but even just, what I'm saying, if you gotta, mention any kind of like stores, anything as far as, what I'm saying, that you fuck with.
You said stores?
I don't know, cannabis clubs, whatever the fuck, any kind of,
yeah. I don't, man. Honestly, I don't fuck with the club. We don't be fucking with the clubs like that. And I said we don't be fucking with the clubs like that too much. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I mean, only because we ain't at that level right now. But shit, we might sometime. You know what I mean? Don't know where it's gonna go.
Right.
But
I know when I was out there, we was fucking with the clubs like, wait, it was a few of them going through there.
Yeah, back like right before they made it legal. When they made the shit legal, it put hella strain on the clubs to where they basically cut out all the growers to where they got to get new permits, and it also has to be a middleman between them and the club. Right. So even if you got a permit to grow, you got to go through
say that again?
distribution center. Like it's a whole different thing for the distribution. It's like a 3-step process they got. Right. And they tagging everything from seed to harvest to fucking when they go to the menu and all that.
Right, that's all part of that proposition and shit when they legalize it all.
Right, Prop 64.
Right, okay. That makes sense. Yeah. Right, okay. So shit, kind of to that, right? Even I started to talk about this, I think it's a good point to jump it in. I mean, yeah, we it's really right on time. Actually, I was thinking like I was moving when we were supposed to talk about it around, but what I was getting at is that whole thing that's what I said, fuck, a cannibalistic fucking shit, gentrification, bro. It's like cannabis,
Yeah,
you know, cannabis.
cannibalistic or cannibalistic, something like
Yeah,
that.
like
Both.
you know,
Yeah.
where the I guess you know what I'm saying is like, uh, you know, they cannabis, you know, is a thing. I guess even myself, you know, where black and brown community been fucking with it, been doing that, and you know, what I'm saying, don't get me wrong, I'm paying myself, you know, because white people and shit. But what I'm getting at is, you know, after kind of like setting the ground and lobbying and showing why, you know, this industry should be legal, you know, and all that kind of thing. It seems like nowadays we the ones that ain't getting the benefit, you know what I'm saying, minority or black and brown community, however you want to put that whole thing.
Yeah.
Or it's all, you know what
It's
I'm saying?
basically just like the workforce and all different shit. Like, I mean, it's always been a disparity there. But I know that
The workforce in
they trying to
general.
start some, huh?
You said there's always been like a disparity in the workforce in general.
In general, yeah. But then as far as this tree shit, I know they doing some shit where they're trying to offer some grants to where like
Right. I was out there.
different cultures can get in and
Yeah.
get them type of grants,
Right. I was
which would
out
be
there when
dope.
they
I hope
did.
they do that and step that shit up.
Do you know if anything came of that so far? Because I remember I'm like I was around the time when I was running for the little city council thing when they was saying that they was gonna offer like some basically it was just a grant that the city was gonna offer for if they could get some you know black and brown. They was trying to put it to be where it would be like a organization, so it wouldn't just be one person. They wanted it to be more like a a collective almost, if you will, kind of like a baby board. But for black businesses or black and brown businesses, I would say to be able to kind of open up a cannabis shop or otherwise, get in Sacramento, as
Yeah,
far as that goes, because they were seeing, I guess they were seeing the disparities. I don't know how sincere it was about, combating it. At the end of the day, they was trying to get some money, but what I'm
right. I'm
hearing,
not sure if that shit took off or it might have. I think when COVID happened, everybody just stopped it all. Like they kind of turned it back on a lot of other shit, like
yeah,
that
yeah,
type of
like
shit.
it's not an issue right now.
Right. But man, it's kind of crazy though, cause me and my wife was just looking up, um, cause she was like, "Who's the richest black folks and who the rich? You know what I mean? Who the richest?" And then she want to see who the richest black women and shit in the world. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then we looked at it. We looked at it. We looked at the list and stuff. I think shit, Rihanna was up there. Oprah and shit. Oprah might be the richest black woman. But then we looked
Right.
at the disparity in the disparity. The richest black folks had like I think it was like 4 billion or some shit like that.
Yeah, yeah,
And then
yeah.
the richest white people, the whole list, like the top 10 list was all like it started at like 120 something billion and it went down to like 90 something billion. Like
Right. I think fucking the dude from Amazon, I think he worth like 400 billion.
yeah, some shit like that. Him
Right,
and
right.
uh him and
Right,
Elon Musk is back and forth with that shit
right,
as being the richest.
right. What I was gonna say is, I think there's a book or out that just came out about that. Well, I have it for on the next episode or something, but yeah, they talking about that kind of shit. And then also, what I was gonna say is that's like I forgot, but it was something else. Oh, I was gonna say Joe Blow got a song. It's called Black Wealth. I don't know if you heard it, but he talks about that too, where talk about how many billionaires is black and that whole deal that you was just bringing up. Um,
Mm.
so yeah, man, I think that's something I don't know how to deal with it. Just just I guess it's a systemic kind of problem, but
It
that's
is
all.
a systemic problem. And it's kind of funny that you mentioned that name. Herschel Walker just said that there shouldn't be no reparations. I just seen that on the news. I'm like, man, you tripping. Because that is where if you paid attention to Ice Cube too and how what he's been talking about, that is where the systemic a lot of the systemic shit comes from the systemic wealth gap. You know what I mean?
Right. That's what I'm talking about. So anyway, so we don't we don't try to plug cannabis businesses and shit, that whole thing on the show off top. But emphasis or especially if you're talking about black and brown owned or even issues around the cannabis shit that affect our communities and shit. So that's gonna be one thing. Um, without making it super political, we may try to just stay focused on some weed shit, but it's one of the things. That's the thing. So I'm saying,
Right. Shit. It's
huh?
weed, but it's everything too.
Say that again.
And that's part of, and that affects the weed game just like it affects anything else.
Yeah, exactly. And it's going to either perpetuate those systemic kind of gaps in wealth, or people, somehow make that a point, you know what I'm saying, to fuss about, maybe, stem some of that, you know what I'm saying, or you know, reproach some of that, however you see that shit go. Uh, Shit, man, I don't know. I'm thinking like maybe like as far as like because it's February, it's coming up, people are gonna start trying to do their outside grows and stuff like that. You know, we always gonna have a session about growing. That's what we talked about. That's the deal. What I was
Mm-hmm.
gonna say too is, I guess I don't know. Shoot, for the outside grows, I'm thinking like people gotta start thinking not just about, what I'm saying, when to put in the dirt even is a good thing. What you think about when to put in the dirt, bro?
Right now I think it's a great time to pop seeds.
Top
But I
seeds
mean,
right now already, huh?
yeah, but you want to build you if you got outdoor and you got room to do outdoor, you want to build you a little hoop house or something, or have a greenhouse to keep them in, even keep them indoors right now. Pop
Yeah.
seeds and keep them
Put them under
indoors
some
for
lights,
a
right? Put them
month.
under some whatever.
Right.
Even what they call those ones that are like the lights that you put in the ceilings in the office buildings. Fluorescent
The
lights.
what?
The fluorescent
Fluorescent?
lights, right?
Yeah, there's something like that. But yeah, I know a lot of the people I know who do like real big plants outside, they popping their shit right now.
So poppy
In
seeds.
fact, Valentine's Day, my cousin do it Valentine's Day, and he be growing
Mm.
some monsters. Them old 10-pound giant ass,
I mean,
15-foot tall plant.
right. That makes
But it
sense to me.
depends on.
Poppy
It
seeds.
also depends on what size you want it. So for my outdoor, I'm not gonna pop nothing like probably until, or have clones ready until like late May and early June, something like that, because I don't want my shit really get as big. I'd rather have multiple and keep them a
Right.
little
Well,
shorter too.
right. That's what I was gonna get at too. Like it makes sense to me to poppy seeds right now, like you said, but you can't put it outside because the days ain't long enough to go immediately go in the flower still, right? So,
I mean, a plant won't, once you pop a plant, like a seed,
mhm.
it's not gonna go in the flower no matter what, at least for about a month.
Right, but
So a
what I'm
lot of
saying is after that month, whatever, when they go outside, it's gonna start getting mixed messages about growing in the flower,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because
So you want to have it under a light schedule that's not. You don't want to have it under 24-hour light and then all of a sudden throw it under the sun that's giving 14 hours of light.
right.
Uh,
So you want to match your life schedule up to something that's gonna be. When would you put it outside? Once say like I pop my seeds now, and I put them
yeah.
in front of the what I'm saying, the fluorescent light, keep them indoors, whatnot, and grow 'em for a while. How long? Like what time of the year would you say put them outside?
Uh, I would say that it depends on if you can build a little greenhouse, a little hoop house, which ain't gonna cost shit to really build.
Well, I mean,
Uh,
people ain't got the space for that shit.
it could go in the same spot you're gonna do the outdoor. If you got space for the outdoor, you got
Oh,
space for
you
a
mean
little
like
hoop house.
wrapping the space around? That's another thing. Like, so go ahead though. When we put the shit outside though, greenhouse, what? Tell me what you about to say.
Yeah, in greenhouse, I say in a couple weeks. You know what I mean? But keep an eye on the weather type shit. And
Couple of weeks, like down. Yeah,
like
yeah.
March, beginning of March, you can put your seedlings in a greenhouse as long as that greenhouse is staying above. It ain't freezing or nothing. You know what I mean?
Okay, so you saying early
And that
March?
way they'll also be kind of hardened off when the weather get better. They're gonna start shooting. They'll probably get stunted for a minute, and then they'll start shooting once they go. Or you could just keep vegging in the regular spot, and then I'd say throw them out like at the end of April. Shit,
Mm. Okay, so if you got clones, say you don't put your clones straight in there, you saying early March or into April? When you put those in there?
I say end of for clones.
Yeah, like if you go to the club, get some clones, put them outside. You gonna plant them outside.
I wouldn't put them out until the end of April,
Okay.
even
Well,
maybe even mid-May, just because.
even mid-May,
I
huh?
mean, it depends on your climate at the same time, but in where we at on this in this Northern California.
Yeah, we come from Northern California. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, so
Everything we
Northern
come out in the
California, you want to
area.
make
I
sure
don't
that.
know shit about fucking like even right now it's been fucking 20 below out this well not 20 below, but 20 degrees for like 2 weeks straight out this motherfucker. I don't know what the
Right,
fuck
yeah,
you
you probably never throw no plants outside out there.
oh, nah, man, nah.
Shit,
All kind of
you have to
reasons.
do
What
some
you talking
autos
about?
or some shit.
Huh?
You have to do some auto flowering or something.
Well, I'm just saying, you got fucking laws and shit out here. Out here, this shit is still illegal like it was in fucking Nevada back in the, when I
Right,
caught
I'm
my
saying
case.
though, even if it wasn't, when is your last freeze happening? When's your next freeze happening? Like, what's your gap? That shit you gotta think about when you're doing some
And
outdoor shit.
it got so cold, bro. Literally, it got up to fucking 32 or 35 or some shit today, and that was like the warmest day in like 2, 3 weeks. Out there, and it felt like it was springtime, summertime. I fucking got in my car and fucking took my jacket off, like, fuck, like it's like
Fuck
that.
it.
And it's 35 out
You
there.
getting acclimated. Shit.
I'm just
You
saying,
get
man.
acclimated. You like, oh, it's a sunny day. This is
So my
nice.
son scraped it. My son scraped the ice. Little Joey, he scraped the ice off of the car. It's still out there like slabs of ice that ain't melted yet, even though it being like over freezing, but they still like a solid inch or 2 inches thick.
Man, I seen that picture you posted. It looked like your shit just like it was hella water on it and it got flash frozen or something. That shit
That's
was
how that
crazy looking.
started. That's when it all started. That was a while back to it. That shit. It was freezing for like a week before that shit, and then it started when it felt like dust was falling out of the sky, dirt. But
Hey,
now,
you see how the people freezing to death in Texas though? That shit crazy.
anyway, we getting off topic, bro.
Right.
My point is, I don't fucking. We're not talking about when we talking about growing. We talking about in the Northern California environment. If your shit, if you stay in an environment that's different, then you gonna have to, you know what I'm saying? Well, shit, this it can't be fucking freezing for one. And the other part
Right.
about it is the sunlight. You know what I'm saying? So you want to make sure it's later on when you got clones so that the sunlight don't start having them tripping out about it. The flowering
Right.
time or fucking growth time. You feel
Now,
me?
now, if you pulling plastic, that's another thing. If you gonna pull plastic, which is a good idea to do,
But man, you going
then
too far on the first episode. People ain't. Let's just
oh
get
yeah,
it
we
down
ain't
to.
got time. We'll make a new episode about pulling
Yeah,
plastic and how
pulling
to do that.
plastic is a technique, bro. We was talking
Right.
about simply putting shit in the dirt, bro. But you know
All
what you
right.
do raise a good point is though is the type of shit we gonna be talking about. So that's it, you know, technique, pulling
Right.
plastic, greenhouses. I think a lot of people that first start fucking with it, they ain't gonna want to put up no greenhouse. They just gonna do it like they usually do. Just throw the shit outside. You feel me?
Yeah. If that's the case, you want to wait a little longer. Pop your seeds and
Well,
fucking
yeah. So you know what I'm saying. So really, what people should be doing right now is really just thinking about, you know, what area they gonna put their dirt, you know, put
right.
their plants at. You know, if they can afford to get some little plastic that will serve as a greenhouse or how to wrap that up, we could even have an early episode on that maybe next time. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
But just kind of what's secure for you, what you're gonna be able to watch and be able to take care of, manage. You don't want your plants too big where the whole neighborhood can see them. But even though everybody in the neighborhood got their own type shit going on, it's just one of those things where right now is a good time for I think people to really just be thinking about planning and strategizing.
Yeah.
Getting even if you're gonna have a little team that's gonna help you just make sure that you find out who those people are and why and all
And
those
you know
types
what
of
I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put together for people when they're ready to pop their seeds. I'm gonna put a little video together how I'll be
oh yeah.
popping them,
You
record
talking
that
about for
shit.
security and shit?
Huh?
You talking about for security, a video camera for security?
No, I said I'm a videotape popping seeds and
Oh yeah,
so
yeah,
people
that's what
can
I'm saying, yeah. Oh yeah,
make
that's
a
probably a
little
good
video
idea.
on my technique.
Because
You feel me?
like a lot of people they don't know how to what you mean by popping seeds. You know what I'm saying? Like so that'd be
Yeah,
a good thing.
germinating, making them motherfuckers pop a tail out and then
Even if
grow
you
roots.
even if we talk about that in the shortly in a soon shoot episode, you know what I'm saying, next week or whatever. But you know what I'm saying, that'd
Right.
be a good thing to put up on the image. But shit, I made some little notes right quick. So you know what I'm saying, I'm thinking that type of shit, you feel me? You know, oh yeah, what to do with your dirt, how you want that to look. So it's a few little things we gonna be talking about, but just around growing. And then also, bro, before we get up off here, because we at 23 minutes right now, I'm thinking
Oh
you
shit.
want to, I don't know, throw something out there about the LEDs or we get the growth technology. That's another thing we're gonna be talking about too, like different. Go ahead, man.
Oh yeah, I was gonna let
I
this
mean, you don't
we were
probably
gonna
got time to get all into it, but
right. We were gonna discuss the LEDs and how to kind of like the revolution of LEDs, how they finally catching up with HPS lighting, high pressure sodium, and the metal halides and whatnot. And we get into that in another time though. If we had 23
yeah,
minutes.
yeah, for sure, for sure. I think we're gonna wrap this thing up, man. I'm thinking if we keep it around, 25, minutes, that'll be time you could even edit out to make it a 30-minute show if people got commercials at some point. You feel me? But for now, you know what
Right.
I'm saying, 25 minutes seemed like a good point to so you ain't pushing people 30-minute time frames and they still regular legal. You feel me? Anyway,
Yeah.
that's what we call it again. We call it Drohammad and the King Khalifa show.
Drohammad and the King of Khalifas.
Yeah, I'm the king of police,
Yeah,
so I
no.
gotta always, make sure you know that. All right, bro, man. Shit, let's stab up out of here, man. Get to the next episode or the next thing smoking.
Yep.
Yeah, cool, bro. I'm gonna leave you recording anyway.
Okay.
Just, just because I recorded a lot of the stuff we had talked about before we shot. You never know when somebody gonna say something that might inspire something too. So I don't know,
Yeah.
whatever. But I'm thinking too think about this, man. Even if we do shoot one show every week, what if we just maybe shoot two or three, maybe two episodes a week? Stop one and do another one. That way, you know what I'm saying? We maximize our time so that coming together at a separate time to do it. You feel me?
Yeah.
And then also you'd be able to just have more content, if nothing else.
Right.
But I'm
Yeah,
thinking
that's what's up, because that went by hella fast.
I think it went pretty cool though, the first little episode shit.
Yeah.
Might be worthy of posting,
Yeah, I ain't tripping either. I could even like post it on my story type shit. You know what I mean? Like,
you know what, though? Hold on. I am gonna stop the video. You know why? Because if I keep running it at one time, it's gonna make it harder to send it.
oh yeah.
Even if I stop it and start it again, something maybe next time, something. But I'm gonna stop it now.